we're not back yet. Now we're back. Apologies to everybody for the little mishap there. The laptop died. We were talking with Jack and Justin and Mary Jane and Marcel and Al Graham and myself about lounges, and I'm sitting here at Ganjahnista in Hamilton. I don't remember what we were talking about when things went poop, but I remember I said lounges are needed for all different kinds of people, for work, recreation. Are things a little bit different on the medical side of things? Do you think that somebody can get away with having a lounge if they're only allowing medical patients in, Jack? Like it becomes a private club, I guess? Right? That's what I'm getting at. You have to come over here.
We're all consensually in an enclosed space.
Yes.
Knowing that cannabis consumption is occurring, right?
That's right.
So
yeah.
I consent to be here while you're smoking or vaping.
Well,
do
that's
you consent to be here
very nice of you, Paula. If you'd like my joint
let's
me.
Let's get consent out of the way.
We're being consensual.
One thing that's an issue that's not always addressed is WorkSafe Ontario.
Yes.
Like equal opportunity, right? So if, say for an example, if I don't smoke cannabis and I'm not okay with being high, then I wouldn't be allowed. No, I wouldn't want to work in a lounge, or I would want to work there, but I wouldn't be able to because of the chance of getting secondhand smoke. So therefore, as an employee, I'm basically ostracized for my inability to consume cannabis.
But if you're going into a business, a cannabis-related business, of course you're going to be around cannabis. What are you going to go and apply for a job at a cannabis place and then go, oh, wait a minute, Workplace Safety, Ontario Smoke-Free Act, can't have any more of that here. Like, what's the fucking point? But people will do that, you know?
It's just what's happening. It's real.
There was some case.
Right.
Come closer, Paul. She's thinking. She's attaching her memory.
So the safest way to do it is you would make like a smoking room only, and that way your staff doesn't have to go in there unless it's properly ventilated, and then you clean it out. So you have it timed, right? So basically every 4 hours, I don't know, you'd have to come up with a certain standard, and then it would be clean. But then no employee has to go in there while cannabis is being consumed.
You know what? I'll tell you something. There's a clean air system in here, and when you walk in the door, you don't smell pot. Okay?
Right.
Not like you would think you would.
You do sometimes.
Okay, yes, sometimes you do, especially when the lamb...
Mine too, sometimes too.
Expect to see requirements of ventilation. If they ever do eventually allow them, I could see them requiring ventilation.
Oh yeah, and filtration.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have not been in here, seriously, I've not been in here where there's just been a big cloud of smoke. It's been smoke-ish, but, I mean, hazy, but, I mean, I've been in clubs that are a hell of a lot more smoky, even now, with the Smoke-Free Ontario Act, okay? So,
fair enough.
You know, I mean, there are still a lot of clubs that allow smoking. They don't allow it, they just turn around and say, eh? You know. Jack, enforcement on the Smoke-Free Ontario Act, that's by law, not police, right? Jack? Jack? Okay. He'll be back. He's probably eating. I hear a click. No, that was Mary Jane.
That was me. Do you guys remember back when I used to live in Toronto, and I was
I don't remember
12?
That.
Well, shut up. Okay, when I was 12 or 13, they just passed a law where you couldn't smoke indoors unless they had ventilation, because up until that point, you could smoke indoors. And then they started building these glass enclosures with, like Justin's saying, proper ventilation, where like you could walk right past it and you
certain
couldn't.
coffee shops, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They still. I watch Bar Rescue a lot, and even though those bars are down in the States, they still allow smoking in a lot of their bars, and they put filtration rooms where half the club is smoking and half of it's not, and you can't smell it when you walk in there.
Right. My establishment that I got, like, it used to be a auto body shop. So it has this giant filtration system, this huge, it just pumps the air right out. You just turn it on, and an inline fan just pumps all the air out.
It's not overly smelly there. I mean, I have been.
Right.
Make the neighborhood.
Like the neighborhood, yeah.
Right?
Well,
like you put it through a filter and then shoot it out. Right?
Tell us about your place. I mean, I know that your place is very similar to Paula's here, a Natural Green Healing, and then Ganjahnista's. What are you hoping for the future, Justin? I mean, are you hoping that they'll just leave you alone? Are you hoping that they're going to recognize the fact that you have all these patients that you're helping in the area, and they're going to stand up and say, hey, you can't take that away from us?
Right. And
go ahead.
Yeah, sure. There's a bit of that, and hopefully it won't come to that. There's an injunction in place in Hamilton that protects I suppose they protects the medical dispensaries, right? So I've never had a raid. I've had local law enforcement, the police in my club. We've shaken hands over incidents. They've looked at my product. We've just been they treat me just like a normal business, and I hope that continues. I know it's going to be different, and there's certain aspects of moving forward that really concern me, like the ancillary activities that are going to happen, where maybe we're safe inside the club, but like, what about all the potential when someone's bringing product and whatever? Now we're looking at serious time, right? And it's really confusing, and I'm nervous, and I've had a lot of staffing issues moving up to this point, and I could only imagine it's going to become more challenging. So I'm trying to find ways to make sure all of my patients are protected, starting by getting everybody, like every one of my patients, growing for each other. We're basically able to have a designated grower or become a grower for somebody else. So I'm trying to get every one of my patients
like a co-op?
Teamed up. Well, Just Compassion Co-op is what we'll be turning into. And then I have a big plan, and I'm going to be using these new opportunities through the ACMPR system to hopefully help more people. Like, I think there is some greater good through all of this, and that's all I'm trying to focus on. No, maybe Just Compassion won't be a dispensary and there, but I can't have our like in the sense of a chain or rolling out or being legal, but we're going to continue protecting our patient base, and I want to expand on that to make sure that look, there's no one that really cares about patients right now. So if we could just get together and everybody grow for each other in an organized fashion, nobody ripping each other off, like, I just want to span real compassion in that sense. And no patient left behind, like no cancer patient paying for medicine, no MS patient. Like, what is going on here? Let's change the narrative. Let's really just work on what this was made for. There's a capitalistic takeover right now, and it's been happening for a few years now. And that's fine. It's cool, but doesn't mean you have to be a part of it. And if you are, I don't hate you. It's okay. I might even take a part in some of it, but we can't let the patients get left behind. So a lot of my energy is right now, it's in getting this organized, is getting every one of our members set up, worried about the future, debating everything, unsure of certain certainties, and talking to all parties, like my patients. I mentioned before, talking to some LPs. I'm trying to really get a sense of what the future holds and where it's going to leave us, because you read the Cannabis Act and it's scary. And it's scary.
I
like,
have to admit, I've read just the highlights. Marcel's read it.
Yep.
It's scary. They're not kidding. Like, they're going to be putting people in jail for cannabis.
That's their plan.
People are talking about amnesty. We should be talking about these. The fuck is that? Pardon, sorry. But it's crazy. It's
Justin, it's simple. It's like this. You can go out and you can have sex with a 12-year-old girl and get 7 years in jail, or you can give a 12-year-old girl a joint and go to jail for 14 years.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy. Just put it, it doesn't even make sense. So I hope that we have people like Jack. We have other great lawyers across this country who are going to represent us.
Oh, and we do. There are several. Paul Huie. I mean, you saw is retiring, and he's going to be working with an LP, and then that's fine. That's his business. But, I mean, he's done a lot of work for the cannabis
he's a hero.
Yeah, for sure. The last 5 years, that's what he's been doing. You know,
Amen.
Fortunately, Jack is he is a community member that was a member of the community before he was even a lawyer. I mean, and so he's been working with Normal Canada for many years. I always see him at the booth when we go out to things, but he is working nonstop, and then he takes time to come out and hang out with us now and then, right?
Right. Beautiful.
So I think we lost.
And that's what it's going to take
as well. Graham back.
I think that, and I might just be hopeful, but I really feel like we're Canadian. We have these great courts that we might have found ourselves in a bit of a corporate mess. But in the next 5 years, through various court challenges, we're gonna see the truth come, and these guys might have foundation at that point, but we'll have a chance, and then things will start making sense again. I hope.
I hope that the little guy gets a role in this, and it may not be the role that they want, but they deserve some. I mean, like the Abby Roaches and the Amy Browns and the Tracy Hurleys, they've been working. You know, you're a part of that community too, Justin, and everybody's been working very hard. This just didn't. I mean, we had a big part in what's going on. We just didn't get a say at the end. And the say at the end is going to come in the form of lawsuits and arrests and other things, unfortunately. Right?
Unfortunate martyrs.
Yeah.
Right.
Unsuspecting, not knowing.
Right.
You know, not knowing. So, Al, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay, he's there. I don't know what's happened with Jack, but, you know, he's a very busy guy, and I appreciate all the time that he gives us when he does, because he comes on a fair bit. I'm going to plug in another song here, and hopefully we'll be able to come back real quick. No, not that one. Okay, this one right here. This is the 420 Radio Show. We are live here at Ganjahnnista's 242 King Street East in Hamilton. We'll be right back.
One in,
yeah.
One in. We don't swap in yarn. Since you can rank in bliss it till morning. Do it, y'all. I read herbalist about ya.
Yeah, me love me marijuana. Sense me Sense me because me love me sense me. Sense me Sense me me love me marijuana
right.
Marijuana love me marijuana. Marijuana Marijuana
Yeah, me sit down and me roll it in a race lap on me lap. Baby, baby, smoke make your eye them job. Place me a place, so you know me not go stop. You ganja man, me not take no gap. You're dealing with the herbalist. You're the real specialist who have no ganja na in palace. Don't reach out back, sensitive where you give me a shot.
Yeah, me love me marijuana. Sense me because me love me sense me. Sense me me love me marijuana love me marijuana. And it's the Eden, not the nation, not what people might say. Ganja in the morning, smoking ganja all day. Some drink, some stress, but me not roll that way.
strictly sensimilar, we no deal with smoking.
When me burn up me spliff, it make my eye turn red. Yeah, me feel alright, me shake me red. I drink over coke, and that me promote. As some me tell her, you told me not the panjo. Yeah, me love me marijuana. Sensei off the bone. Because me love me sesame. Sensei off the bone. Sesame off the bone. Me love me eye. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Love me marijuana. Marijuana off the bone. It off the bone, off the bone.
Yes, baby, light up me chalice, yes, me feel alright.
Lift up me meditation, reaching a higher heights.
Me nah understand why marijuana them a fight.
Healing on the nation, right? Chop, Patsy, give me the weed. Make me roll a spliff where fat like a bima.
Then see a fee easy no man that want that super flower.
Ganja every day, come me blessed with the power.
Me higher than the Eiffel Tower.
Chop me marijuana. Sesame off the bone. Sesame off the bone. Because me love me sesame. Sesame off the bone. Sesame off the bone. Me love me eye. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Shad. Sesame off the bone. Sesame off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone. Marijuana off the bone.
420 Radio Show. We are live here.
You should open a dispensary in your apartment building.
Yeah, I was just saying that my new apartment building, I'm not really worried about the smoking angle because I get off the elevator in the morning. I'm like. So, I want to continue our conversation about lounges, and Mary Jane was trying to join into that before we got cut off there. So, what's on your mind, MJ?
Interestingly enough, as you were mentioning that, you just gave me an idea. It's kind of like an answer to the government's not allowing vape lounges. As you know, like you were saying, as a medical patient, you can vape or smoke in your unit no matter what.
Yeah.
So maybe medical patients should just open their homes to the recreational users and, let them come in.
No, see, that's where you get in trouble. But that's where you get in trouble.
Marcel, there are a few patients, activists. Lisa Kirkman did that. She had a lounge in her home and a dispensary in her home. I don't know if she still does or not. As well as Jess and Chris Ants, right? At one point, in their home as well.
No, Robert.
But Jess and Chris didn't really do it in their home.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that they did, but we were and who?
Other than friends,
Shea Willie's Lounge. That was Robert Neron. His was in his home as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, go on with your thoughts. You said you had some thoughts on everything.
Yes. Also, okay. So I read an article, and it stated in the article. This was when they had said that they were going to be changing. They said online sales come October 17th, and then they stated another date of April 1st of 2019.
Retail stores.
Well, it's if you listen to what they said, they didn't say that there was going to be retail stores come April 1st. What they said was that they were going to look at putting in a legal framework so that way they could look at having those stores come April 1st. But so the article itself, I'm going to quote the article, says, the full regulatory framework for the private sector model will be designed in consultation with stakeholders, including municipal governments, indigenous communities, law enforcement, public health advocates, businesses, and consumer groups. So isn't that what the Liberals just did before they rolled out C-45? I'm really confused. One
is one of those we were talking about. You say the Liberals and they talk to the people. Are you talking about the provincial Liberals or the federal Liberals?
Whichever one Win is, because she was the one.
Okay, that was the Ontario Liberals.
Okay. So, because they had said they had talked to the police and they talked to people all across Ontario to see what the best.
I think the last two groups you mentioned, I think maybe Kathleen Wynne missed them. Businesses and what was the other one?
Consumer groups.
Consumers groups. I think they missed those two. Go ahead, Justin.
There was certain consultation. They said they did, and they asked, and even the general public through polling, or I don't know, I remember exactly how they did it, but it came out in favor slightly of the privatized section that the Liberals were rolling out, and that's why it was kind of just like okay in the general public's eye. And it's bizarre, but that's sort of how it came out. But then at the same point, I think if you were to see a poll now, there'd be more people liking the idea. They just didn't understand it. We're used to this LCBO model here in Ontario, where you were to take this poll any other province, and well, not any other province, but as you can see, it's different in every province, right? We're used to this LCBO model here. So people were going to say, oh, it's fine. Good thing that we're shaking the tree up a bit here and allowing these private sales. But even if it however long it takes, I'm just afraid that it's that April 1st date, whether it gives them enough time to really make sure that we're all shut down and no more gray area. Or black market illicit.
That's going to be a little tough to pull off, I think. I mean, it's going to be a rough ride for some people, but, I mean, in reality, there are a lot of Jamie McConnells out there who aren't going to stop.
No doubt. And look at California right now. Yep. It's thriving. The black market is thriving.
Even
because they over-regulate it.
It's thriving, right?
Right, but it's because it's too expensive, right? And it's the same thing that's happening here. You're going to pay $100 for a $70 quarter, and who knows how more expensive it can get. And it's going to be it's really attractive to go to your local or the cheapest cannabis you can get, and it's going to be by your local neighborhood weed dealer. Right?
What's your basic price nowadays?
For me?
$7? Is that about right? Marcel, what do you guys got to pay for a gram?
And the dispensaries?
Yeah.
Anywhere from 4 to 14, depending on what you want and where you go.
They're 4 to 12 here. So, I mean, and then I haven't been anywhere else since I started coming here, so I don't know the prices in other dispensaries, but I'm pretty sure, like, when I was going down the road a fair bit, and they had some really good prices, but then, there was some quality issues, right? So, unfortunately, and you have good prices as well at your place, right? Justin.
Oh, yeah. Just Compassion. That's it's not just a name. Just Compassion. That's it. You can. It's that's what we do. It's for patients. It's specifically like. I was in a position where I remember like going and when I was first introduced to the medical system, and I went to these overpriced dispensaries and spent too much money that I couldn't afford, and it was just until I found the $150 ounces. I was really out of luck, and then finally I found a Compassion Club that was really compassionate, and it changed my ability to medicate,
As me as well.
It was great.
When I found that $40 gram of shatter and that $25 half of something that I like, it works for me. I've gone from $600-800 a month in medicine to $3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I have a thing at it is the difference. And not everybody gets it. Like at Just Compassion, we look at everybody as a cousin, and someone who you're trying to make them save a little bit of money. So we're not ever trying to upsell anything. It's always trying to undersell and save money. How we can make it best for you, best to medicate you, make sure you have the best medicine, the best way you can medicate, and also to try and save you a buck or two, because we have some members who a few bucks are going to make the difference of certain things, the quality of life, right?
You know what? The long and short of it is price. What you pay for it and what you put it out there for. Now, if you aren't looking for a high markup, like most places are, then you're able to keep your rates down. But it's also a matter of where you get your supply from, and you have to deal with passionate growers as well.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You can make a rally cry. You'd be surprised. Like when you get directly to the growers, then they want to help. Like if you're talking directly to growers and they know that you're not charging over a certain price for their cannabis, they'll give it to you at a great price. They want to be part of that in a lot of cases.
They don't want to sell it to you cheap so that you turn around and price it high. Yeah.
They're also in this aspect, they're competing with the LPs, so they have to keep their prices down now so that people keep coming to them. Right? Even though
it's a new game. Yeah.
It is. Even though that it's a gray market, that's what's going on. I mean, they're competing directly with the LPs that are out there legally, and it's driving the price down. And how is that going to combat the black market? I don't know. I think it's going to make it more solid myself, but, you know.
For the time being, I think it'll be good, but we have to look towards past the 17th of when legalization hits. Things might get a little different. I don't know. I can't hypothesize too much, but the prices might change a little bit. Like every once in a while you get shifts. We've seen them go down, and if it's like a ticker, it's going to probably go back up a little, which is going to affect patients.
It's like the stock markets right now.
Right.
But
you know.
Manitoba has announced that they are not putting a PST on their recreational cannabis because it would make the price too high. But they're going to put it on the medical stuff.
They're going to
take it off the recreational. They're going to include it in the medical.
Back up a minute.
Yeah, they're exempting PST on rec.
But medical, yes.
What?
Correct.
Is that what you just said, Al?
Correct. Correct.
No.
See, there's something.
Manitoba.
No, but that's what's happening.
No.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No.
Manitoba.
PST for medical cannabis, but not for rec.
That's just ridiculous.
Yes. The article was out this morning. It is fucked up. You know, a lot of what's happening is fucked up.
It is.
You know, there are some good things going on. Let's not be there. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to.
You know, I mean, maybe a small percentage to pay into bolstering up our
not 14%.
Not 14, like maybe a 3% medical cannabis tax that goes right directly to, you know, all the different programs like addictions, healthcare systems, you know, all those different education.
They've done that in states where they've earmarked all the taxes coming from cannabis. Like, I mean, it paid off the fucking debt in California already twice.
But we live in Ontario.
Yeah, and
all
Ontario
that money will be
Ontario is in a real bad scrape financially. And what do you think's going to pull Ontario into the black again?
Cannabis.
Exactly.
You know, Ontario used to be known as the manufacturing belt, and we've lost all those manufacturing jobs.
Yeah.
Well, we can be known as the green belt now.
Oh, and that's coming.
You know?
Well, there is a green belt in Ontario.
I think that's one of the things that Mr. Ford wants.
I want to know what the definition of private retail is going to be.
I wish Jack was here because he would know.
I guess we won't know until it all comes out, though. Still not
I mean, let's remind people here, okay? These regulations aren't out yet. They have not been finalized, both federally and provincially.
And
municipally. So we still don't know. I mean, October 17th is going to come and go, and we probably still won't know what's really going to happen.
Because they don't
not here in Ontario.
Yeah, they don't even know what's happening.
No.
They're saying April 1st now. What a funny joke. There's going to be a lot of...
If you believe that one.
there's going to be a lot of monologues coming very soon to the major, to like Jimmy Fallon and all those guys.
That's right. That's
all about pot in Canada.
we're waiting on the guy who promised buck of beer.
Now, yeah, well, a buck of beer, what is it, a toke toonie? I think a toonie, I think it was. There was a cartoon there the other day.
We have $2 dabs in our lounge.
Do you really?
So anybody who wants a dab, they can get a dab for $2, which is like, it's a lost leader, but it's great. Everyone loves it, and it's just a nice little feature.
Nice.
Sorry,
very nice. How about a rosin press, so you can come in and squeeze a bud?
Squishy Sundays we would have every Sunday. We do squishy Sundays. So you come in and you press your rosin for you. I have an attendant there. You just bring in your bud, no charge, and it's just we'd hook you up. But we haven't done that in a little bit. So.
Right. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Did you get your washing machine tumbling yet, buddy? Justin?
No. I know. Nothing. No washing machine.
You need some washing going on over there. Make some hash, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're talking about that Bubble Nader or something, I think it was called?
There's a lot
Bubble
of really
hash.
There's a lot of really cool toys that are out there now for different things.
Oh, yeah.
I watched Marcel make bubble hash, and then we tried it when it was dry. It was the next morning, I guess we had a wake and bake with it.
And we lived, so I must have did something right.
Yeah, it's not a hard process to do. You just need a couple of bags and some ice cubes, right?
Yeah, it's a bit of physical effort.
Physical, yeah.
One of my buddies recently came in and did a demonstration for our members, and it's like I find it a little bit too physical for me, but the average person should be able to manage it,
Oh yeah,
but
you also don't have to do large bags. I mean,
right,
a 5-gallon bag full of ice and water is pretty friggin' heavy when you're trying to shake it out.
Oh yeah.
So you can go with smaller bags if you're just going to do small batches.
That's fair.
To me, I just don't like small batches, so I'd rather do the effort.
Because it's a lot of effort either way.
How long does it take from start to finish, Marcel, to make?
You need to give yourself a good hour to 2 hours for the process, then about 24 hours for drying.
But if you had a dryer, it would be speed that up, right?
Yeah, but you want a very low temperature drying, and you want constant airflow over it. Right, because and then really the best way to dry your ice water hash is on brown cardboard.
Yeah,
brown.
You could use
like
a box
moisture way to
right?
Yeah, right. Corrugated cardboard. Yeah, which is what I use is corrugated cardboard, and because the corrugated cardboard literally sucks the moisture right out of it.
Yeah.
It's a desiccant.
Yeah. So what you want it as dry as possible, because if not, you press that hash, you're going to have mold in the middle of your hash, and moldy hash sucks.
Yeah.
If you get your really, there's some advanced hash makers out there who get the really fine like 74 micron, that full melt.
No, the 20 micron. That's what I do. 20. I go after the 20 micron.
Okay, that's real nitty gritty. That's, no doubt. It's beautiful. But do you freeze it and microplane it?
No, I don't have to. Because my drying process, and then I can press it. I have a press that I press it in my oven.
Nice.
So it all comes out in a nice little block for me. Right. But the 20 micron is ideal for the Shatterizer. Because it's a full melt hash. 74 micron is really great for throwing in your pipe. But that's almost all I usually... Melt. Yeah, it is almost full melt. There's still can be a little bit of plant matter.
Little.
Justin, what is the preferred way that your patients medicate?
Just by the numbers is and flour, but it's a lot of what happens is through education, it changes. So a newer member is going to be flour. Our longer standing members or people who have more of a cannabis background, it seems like they're more varied. And they'll have little this, little that. Depends on the patient. Some patients prefer more extracts. Some people prefer more edibles. And that's why we try to really get to know each member and figure out what's best for them and try to educate. But as far as the numbers go, it's just flour primarily.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's what we need. We don't need a place to go in and say, give me some of that, and have no knowledge there. Cam's standing right in front of me, and he works next door. And every time I go in, he gives me some suggestions, and he gets to know. You get to know your patients and what they like. First thing I look for when I go in is a high CBD because I like that. And then if they don't have that, then I'll go with a dominant sativa or something, right? And but walking into a 19 plus, you don't get that.
No.
Somebody just handed me some catatonic. Will Justin know your name if I say it? Who? DK is here, Justin.
Hey, DK. What's going on, bro?
He's come for the... thank you. I'll roll it up. He's come for the comedy show, which is on after this, Justin.
So are they going to do in Ontario what they're doing in Nova Scotia?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Well, I mean, Ontario's getting...
As in how?
Other than the fact that our dispensaries are going to be in existing liquor stores with liquor.
No. Right in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to see it, smell it, or anything like that. It's all going to be sealed packages.
Why not? You can have samples at Loblaws right in front of the wine little kiosks.
You're not going to do that with can't do that with cannabis.
With a little tray and go, "Excuse me, would you like to sample this?"
And that's you walk out with a sealed bag and you don't open it on their premises.
Well,
right.
But that's a sample is a sample, right?
No, you can't have samples. You can have samples into liquor. You want samples, you go into the other part and get some samples of wine or rum or whatever they're giving away.
There won't even be jars.
How many cups of wine do you get when you come out of Loblaws now?
Yeah.
We used to attend the National Women's Show with Treating Yourself magazine, and they had an aisle there where they had a section where people could do wine tasting. A 25-cent donation got a person a sample of wine.
But you weren't allowed to have any cannabis there.
No, actually, yeah. They got upset. They got upset at us for smoking out in the loading dock and said that it was bothering their clientele. But the exhaust from the transports wasn't, I guess.
Al had Marco Renda on his show last week, and who is, responsible for basically the having Lyft now.
Really, yeah.
But the first one was, my God, it was like putting a carnival with an event. There were giveaways and there were plants and buds everywhere, and he had
wasn't that nice?
The way it should be.
Al was on the committee. So.
Yeah, it changed every year.
It got a little bit less and less as it went on.
Well, I don't know so much about that, but yeah, there was years there where there was all kinds of plants that were growing, that were in there.
2014.
And people could look at them. Yeah.
We raffled off. We raffled off. What was it, like a quarter pound of bud from who is the breeder? Pardon me. He has LA Confidential. No, wait. It'll come back to me. But anyway, he donated to the coalition, and right on stage, there was a raffle for like a quarter pound of bud on stems. So that was pretty, like, that's definite old school, right? We're not going to see that for a while.
No, you won't see that at all. I would say the TY Expos were more like the craft cannabis, the advocates, the people who were involved in the industry. It wasn't about a bunch of suits where the lift can go that way, or does it go that way?
Well, and that's what lift and
serious seeds.
Serious seeds. Oh, yeah.
Simon, yes. Right
Simon from Serious Seeds.
Well, I think Cannabis and Lyft this year were about as commercial as I've ever seen them. I mean, like, they were way over commercial.
I didn't even go.
Nothing really there for the patient or the end user. It was all for companies.
Mm-hmm.
You would think. I'm hoping that. You go to Karma Cup and you see squishers, you see concentrate companies right beside this guy, and then you see a grower, or you see a pipe blower. I remember going to the TY Expo and sitting there for an hour just amazed at what these guys come up with right in front of me, glass blowers, just doing their thing. I've never seen that at a lift.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
you see huge joints and real culture. Real cannabis culture.
The party is gone, and even though a lot of this is a very serious business, dealing with patients, everybody likes to have a good time, and it's the culture. It is the culture, and you can label it with a stigma or not. It's a happy-go-lucky, good feeling, good vibe. Get rid of your pain culture.
This is why our Harvest Fest is such a success.
Yeah, you had it was a festival. You know what? You need rides though.
Rides.
We need rides next year.
No, but
go see castles.
But we try and combine enough education as well as entertainment so that everybody's happy.
Yeah, and while I was there, I actually got to hear the Royal Kush Band perform
in person.
In person, and they were awesome.
They were.
They really were awesome. I actually I was really surprised. Not surprised because they're really good musicians, but I was surprised that they sounded exactly like they do on all the MP3s they've sent me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a guy screeching in the background.
I still feel sorry for the bass player, but well. Oh, did you miss that whole conversation?
Probably. I was dedicated.
No. We were trashing the bass player because, they're just the bass player. They don't get the women or anything because they're just the fucking bass player.
Oh, yeah. I had that conversation with Mark White of the Spin Doctors, who's the bass player. And he's the guy that just stands in the background playing his bass, and then he goes home to his wife and dog.
Yeah. The drummer chimes in and he says, the way you guys are whining about bass players, I could be replaced by a fucking machine.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, I don't remember that conversation.
Yeah, that was when they were all up at our booth there after the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you might have been under the weather at that point.
I was very, very medicated by that point. Somebody gave me some chocolate.
Do you remember? Sorry, do you remember the party after the after party at our booth?
Yeah, I remember.
It was an awesome time, wasn't it?
You guys were
you don't remember shit.
You guys were doing mushrooms all night. How do you remember?
I remember everything, man.
I went to bed. You guys went to the fire. I went to bed.
Yeah, but the fire was a dud, so we went back to the band. They were better.
Oh, I guess I missed a good time, but it was really cool to hear them. Their them play because the Jim Melvin of the Royal Kush Band did our theme song for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's people coming in here now. Is it really loud?
You're starting to pick up. You can hear them in there.
Yeah. You can hear them.
So, Justin,
it's not like being at Canada Days.
Justin, do you guys do anything at your lounge, such as comedy nights and things like that?
Oh no, it's more just totally like it's just for part of the club. It's just only
for people to medicate. Really,
it's just a safe place to relax and make some friends.
There's certain rules, like all the conversations are about holistic healing and cannabis, and we keep things like religion and politics out. So that way it's always just like a cool environment where we're all just trying to
That's the same thing that Paula tries to do here. She's got a sign up here that says good vibes only.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
And the rules are around here someplace, but I can't remember where they are.
Sage.
Oh, she's got the good hot dogs tonight. She's loading the hot dog machine.
I love the idea.
They have one of those... movie theater hot dog things that just spins and it says it's going. Yeah.
Beauty.
Yeah. So, tell us about what you hope your future holds, Justin.
Oh man,
I know
tough.
It's a big question. I know. It's
like short term into legalization. I'm hoping that I get left alone on the one hand, and all our patients are okay. You know, that the medical is just kind of taken as medical until we can get some kind of maybe regulations that include better access for patients. But like, I'm not really. All I really care about is dignified access. You know, if all of a sudden there would be like a subsidy for disability to be covered through Trillium, I would close my doors. I would say, hey, I'm done.
Has Phelan said anything at all yet? Paula just asked me.
No.
And Phelan's not going to say anything. Is this in regards to the injunctions?
Yeah.
Phelan's not going to say anything until the government comes to him and says they want the injunction removed. Government doesn't want the injunction removed.
There's too many. It's like a giant cat out of the bag that they're just going to leave, I imagine. I'm not the expert.
Right now, they've got maybe less than 20,000 people left under the MMAR.
Right. Still active?
Yeah, that would still be active, considered active. My wife is one. She's still completely covered under the MMAR because we haven't moved. She hasn't changed her license. Nothing's changed.
All right. Well, you can hold the MMAR and an ACMPR.
Yes, you can. That's the other nice thing. Is still there's only at 40,000 of us. Yeah. And out of the grand scheme of Canada, 40,000 isn't a whole lot to worry about. So why bother trying to meet the court order when you can just ignore it?
Yeah, and I think it opens up a lot of different legal avenues that I don't know. That they're exactly like you said, they're just going to leave it as like a grandfathered situation until this whole gardening thing is in the eyes of the government kind of remedied because they don't like it. But I'm like the optimist in a sense where I'm just thinking, you know what, through normalization and all of us just like legalization for plants in every home, it'll just like eventually there will be the political party that will accept it. Do you know what I mean? Like the push to remove the gardens will have to go away. Like,
I know exactly what you mean. And I agree with you because I think we're going to end up seeing that. I think it's just going to be a lot of fighting and a long time coming before we see it.
And we might have a tough challenge. Like one thing that makes me nervous is people who are getting their ACMPR license to cultivate their own medicine, and then are going to sell it at these canna markets, for an example, to anybody.
Right.
There's one thing to be said for selling it to other medical patients, but you're putting a label on your it's just when we won in that trial with Allard. It was a lot of the evidence that was put up against was for the illicit market. They used evidence that wasn't really relevant. And I don't think they'll do that again. And if they really gather a lot of this evidence that's readily available to show that there's diversion of medical cannabis to the black market, then it'll be more evidence for them to try and shut down the ACMPR medical gardens. So it's just like, we're going to have that first, but I'm still optimistic, like that won't be successful. We'll get through it. We just got to be smart and I don't know. Tighten up ship a little.
It's going to be a fight.
Mary Jane.
A fight? Yep.
Mary Jane.
Sage.
She fell asleep.
She's still here.
Oh, I know she's here. She's just not listening to us anymore.
No, I'm here. You know what happened? I turned both my mic off and my phone off. I was muted twice.
That'll work.
Can never be too cautious.
That's okay. Al forgot the question.
No, I was going to ask you if you folks out there have places to go where you can medicate.
Oh, where?
Out where she lives.
Oh.
I don't know. I go to the reserve.
Go to the reserve and go hang out with Tim.
Well, there's a lot of different places. I stopped at the Mellow Moment today over at Smoke Signal. They just got a new swisher. So
cool.
$5. You bring in your product, and for $5, they'll squish it out for you. Unless you have your own the bag to put it in which case it's free.
Nice.
Really? But that's a nice service. That really is.
Yeah, it was my first time watching it be done. So, I mean, it's great. We educated people in the store at the same time.
You should go with Al and watch him squish.
Yeah, or you can watch the videos I got online. I got a couple of videos.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And I actually got a slow motion video as well.
Nice.
The last squish. Yeah, I was putting 6 grams of kiff inside a little, I think it was in little bags. I was trying to think of whether it was like a 40 micron, somewhere around there. Just can't remember what he said it was.
Usually you see 90 micron bags.
I know of 90.
Yeah, you can pay more for higher micron or lower micron, but cost prohibitive after a while.
He had one there he used for bud, and then he had one there he wanted to use with the kiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was a finer one. Yeah, it's nice. It's good.
So, guys, we're getting close to the end of the show, and then we got some comedy coming in, and the man just walked in himself. I wanted to give everybody a second to have a closing remark, because, I mean, this is a serious subject we're talking about, even though we're goofing about. I'm going to have Mary Jane start, and then she can go back to doing what she was doing and mute us and stuff. Now she's not going to answer.
I just want to remind people. Hey. Okay, so I just want to remind people that it's very important to educate others that are not necessarily as educated as we are about the way the laws are, and to try and change the ones that just don't make any sense. Like some of the ones we've touched on, like Justin was saying, going to jail for 14 years for passing a joint, right?
Yeah, it's there's going to be some growing pains. You know, there's going to be some growing pains. Marcel, your thoughts?
My thoughts are legalization screwed. It's not legal, so don't worry about it. So support your local black market. I will.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, it's worked for the last 80 years or 90 years.
Yeah.
The black market has its own system already. So, I mean, do we really need the government interference to screw everything up?
It's
no.
Working. Don't fix it.
That's why a lot of my friends in the black market are quite happy with legalization. They think it's awesome because they know they're going to stay in business.
Yep. Well.
So all the power to them.
And Justin?
I'd say, I don't know,
really
for anybody
loud
who's...
in here. I'm going to turn my mic down.
I'd say anybody who's scared or worried about legalization as a patient, listen to Sage. She's mad. She has your back. It's like there's a friend of mine. He called me with 5 gallons of cannabis coconut oil that he wants to make into medicine, and we're gonna give it away for free. And my other friend, he's getting roots, and he has this plan, and there's all these great little initiatives that are happening because of the ACMPR, right? So if we can just use all this and just help each other, then it won't matter. Like, at least we can take care of each other and let all the bullshit, pardon my language, but let all of that take care of itself, right? Like, the patients, I think we have, through the ACMPR, the gardens to cultivate for each other. We can protect each other and we can grow for each other. So these communities need to really take care of each other as far as patients go. And for legalization, like for the rec user, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a lot worse before it gets better, but here we go.
Unfortunately, I think that there's going to be a lot more arrests coming in the interim anyways.
Yeah.
Al, buddy. It's your turn.
Let's see. Okay, as far as legalization of things, I know some people that are, they've been busted for 3 grams or they've been busted for 1 plant. Those people who can now walk around with those three grams, and that person that can now grow a couple plants, and that's all that they're looking to do, those type of people, they're happy that they can do that. My friends have told me that. But then, I understand where there's others that want to get involved, and the government has shut them out from doing that. And it's not right. So, just because cannabis has become legalized, depends on how you want to turn, because there's so many different versions or opinions on what legalization actually means. The rallies don't stop. Rallies got to continue. We've got to continually fight for change. The same thing as, when alcohol prohibition ended, people just didn't stop and give up. They're still here in Ontario trying to get them more into the corner stores, and here we're 80 years later.
Yeah, and as an ending remark from me, anyways, I just want to remind everybody. I'll turn my mic just up a little bit. I want to remind everybody that on October 17th, cannabis will be legal, but you won't be able to legally walk down the street and smoke it in public. But I want to remind everybody, it's not legal to do that now. Okay? It's never been legal to do that. So what the fuck is going to change? Okay?
Can't do that anymore?
What was that, Al?
It wasn't me. It was Justin.
Oh, okay.
I was just kidding. I said, I can't do that anymore.
No, you're a patient. You're a patient. You're exempt.
Oh.
You're
and
exempt
for the
from
driving,
provincial
and for the driving laws too.
Yeah,
that's right.
I was just sort of.
We're exempt, guys, but the fact of the matter is there's going to be a lot of harassment that doesn't need to happen. I'm medical. You got your papers? No, I don't have them on me right now. But I'm still medical, regardless if I have them. I got papers. Yeah, buddy's got papers. He's got some raw.
Yeah. But as a medical patient by now, you know enough to keep those papers on you.
Yeah, but how many police officers can actually read those documents?
No, to keep them.
How many can what?
How many of the police officers can actually read those documents?
So far, everyone that I've met.
Well, we read it once in a while. We read online about a person who's an MMAR with the injunction, and they show that license, and the police officer says, "Oh, it's expired."
And then I pull out the injunction out of my briefcase.
Yeah, you do.
Exactly. So you have to have it on you.
And then I pull out the Smith ruling, and then I do all kinds of other nasty things to them to make them look stupid, but that's just me.
Yeah. Regardless of what happens over the next couple of months, we'll be here talking about it. So You can tune in Fridays at 7. We're here at the lounge. You can come in and sit here. After the show, there's Funny Friday with host Dan Brennan, who is actually standing in front of me playing his ukulele. Go for it.
Oh.
Come on, Dan.
Yeah, right on.
Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
He's got an amp on that thing.
Thanks for coming out, Dan.
What an ass.
Tonight, the headliner is Jason Allen. Michael Moses will be here, and these other guys I can't even read because they're too small, the print. But they'll be here. This is the 420 Radio Show. I want to thank you guys all for joining us. Justin, take a second and plug your website and your business and all that, please.
Oh, shoot. Thank you so much. So everybody, like you guys, thanks a lot for having me on. Really nice to chat, and I really appreciate it. Just Compassion, it's my compassion club, and justcompassion.ca. MJ versus MS for people who suffer from multiple sclerosis, unfortunately. And yeah, that's it. So once again, thank you for having me on, and good luck to everybody.
Welcome. I always enjoy talking with you, buddy. I'll pop in as soon as I can.
Cheers,
okay?
Yeah, man.
We'll look for you at Karma Cup.
Yeah, you're going to be at the Karma Cup.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Thank you for reminding me, Al. On the 31st of this month, what month are we in? August? We're going to be doing a party. We're having a judging party. So we're going to be doing our judging packs. Come on in. If you are getting a judge pack for the Karma Cup, you can come in here in Hamilton. We're at 242 King Street East in Hamilton. We're going to be spreading the joy and voting. So that's going to be. I'm looking forward to that. Are you getting are you doing anything with the Karma Cup, Mary Jane?
No, I'm coming with you. I didn't have time to do any judging or anything this year, but the judges' kits did go out today, did they not?
They did.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it became available today.
Unfortunately, I was here. I couldn't go get mine.
Yeah, I seen there was still a few left, so if anybody's interested in grabbing those, you better get them quick, because they're not going to last very long.
Both Al and I are guest judges this year. And
yes, thank you, sir.
To be holding some judging nights here, so we are here at a what are they calling a lounge sponsor? What I don't know what they're calling it, but we're having a party. The sponsor lounge. That's it. We're having a party on the 31st, and then on the
nice.
31st, if you have a comedy show and all Karma Cup judges, there's no fee to come to the comedy show.
Okay, and then
we're having a kickoff to Karma Cup on the Thursday the 6th, where we might have an edible lock-in.
And on the 4th, I go see Ozzy.
Whoa.
Yeah, next week I'm going to see Boy George and Culture Club.
What?
There's a mixture. Oh, I'm going to Ozzy and Boy George.
Culture Club, Ozzy.
Last week it was the Headstones. The week before that, and a whole bunch of other bands. There were some really good bands that played at the Indigenous Awakening. That's a story for another show, though.
Yeah, there's not enough time left.
No. So, again, guys, thank you very much for joining us. This place is getting full here for the comedy show, so I'm going to wrap things up, and then we can put some music on.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, this is the 420 Radio Show. We're here every Friday at 7 o'clock. You can come and sit in the lounge and listen to us, or you can listen to us at lifestyleradio.net and 420radio.ca. And we'll say goodnight. This is Sensi Rock with Roll Up, featuring Salford Walker. I can't even see that. All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace, love, and hippie shit, and all that other stuff.
Yep, there you go. All right, I'm going to go, guys.
All right, you have a good one.
All right. Ciao, guys. Night. Thank you.
Ciao.
Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Yes, me love me cannabis, yeah. Me name a Sensera, yeah. Me always have Mary's line. Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Roll up your ganja split. Roll up your ganja split. So you can pass me the whistle, pass me the whistle. I wanna be less spliff. If you have the ganja, can't smoke with anyone to beg everything. You got something for yourself. Smoke ganja hard. You got the whistle on. Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Yes, me love me cannabis, yeah. Me name a Sensera, yeah. Me always have Mary's line. Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Roll up your ganja split. Roll up your ganja split. Alright, you now go see me beg you feel no like that. No rolling paper, no ganja. Me own things always there. In a me backyard, me grow a big cali tree. As soon she a go ready, me a go smoke her nice and steady. So now the herbs come around. Me a fair rising on the morning, me a go pick up from the ground. That's my where this came from. Sensera coffee, me name and me marijuana off the flourish. Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Yes, me love me cannabis, yeah. Me name a Sensera, yeah. Me always have Mary's line. Oh yes, me roll it. Me not care what you say, strictly herb it on me brain. Roll up your ganja split. I know. Roll up your ganja split. Herb is the healing of the nation, yes. I got to smoke my ganja weed, yes. And then now smoke the seed. Neither we go kill the weed. No, no. Roll up the split now. Oh, me love me some Samina. So you must get up with marijuana. Whoa, 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 yeah. Roll up your ganja split. Roll up your ganja split. Ganja split. Roll up your ganja weed. Yeah, yeah. Roll up your ganja split. Smoke ganja till your head red. Roll up your ganja split. I grade going to a grave. Roll up your ganja split. Yeah, man. Sense Rock and Silver Walkers in the studio, live and direct. No. Jam Rocket.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.